All right, get ready because on today's deep dive, we're going to take you on a whirlwind tour.
Ooh, a whirlwind tour.
Yeah.
Where are we going?
To India.
Yeah.
But not just like one place in India.
Yeah.
We're going to Himachal Pradesh.
Himachal Pradesh.
Yeah, like up in the Himalayas.
Beautiful. I've heard great things.
Oh, incredible. Yeah. But we're not just going for the mountains. It's not just a travel deep dive.
So what are we diving into?
We're exploring 3 festivals.
3? Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm intrigued.
All in one go, so buckle up.
Sounds like a lot to cover.
Yeah, it is. And they're not like small festivals either.
Okay, so big festivals, Himachal Pradesh, India. Lay it on me. Which ones are we talking about?
Okay, so first we've got Kullu Dussehra.
Kullu Dussehra, okay.
And then we're going to go to Fagli.
Fagli, all right.
Yeah, and that's in Losar and Spiti.
Oh, wow. Yeah, very different vibe up there.
Totally.
Already picturing it.
Yeah, and then the last one is Losar.
Losar.
Which is the Tibetan New Year.
Ah, so we're getting a mix of cultural influences here.
Exactly.
This is going to be fascinating.
So what's fascinating about Himachal Pradesh is that you get this blend of like the ancient and the modern.
Right, and all these different cultural influences.
Exactly, like woven together.
Yeah, it's a place where tradition meets, contemporary life, and it creates this really unique fusion.
Yes, and you see that so clearly in the festivals.
I bet.
Okay, so Kullu Dussehra.
All right, let's start there.
Now, when you think of Dussehra,
Okay.
most people think of like the Ramayana.
Yeah, the epic tale of Lord Rama.
Exactly, like good versus evil, all of that.
His victory over Ravana.
Yes.
Yeah.
But Kullu Dussehra is different.
Oh, how?
It's got a whole other story.
Okay, I'm all ears.
So the story revolves around this king, King Jagat Singh.
Okay, a king. I like where this is going.
Yeah, and his quest for this like powerful idol of Lord Raghunath.
Lord Raghunath. Okay, I'm not familiar.
So Lord Raghunath is a form of Vishnu. And the king was like super devoted to him.
So we've got a devoted king, a powerful idol, a quest. This sounds epic.
It is totally epic.
I'm picturing like grand journeys, maybe a little palace intrigue.
Right. Like it's not just, a simple story.
All right, so tell me what happened.
Okay, so the legend goes that King Jagat Singh heard about this amazing idol.
Okay.
Right. And he was like, I need to bring this to Kullu.
He wanted it for his kingdom.
Yeah, he was determined.
I can imagine.
So he sends his men on this mission.
To retrieve the idol.
Yeah, but it wasn't easy.
What kind of challenges did they face?
I mean, they face accusations of theft,
Oh, wow.
opposition, like obstacles at every turn.
Sounds like a real adventure.
It was, like they really had to fight for it.
And did they manage to bring the idol back?
They did. They eventually brought it back to Kullu.
Okay.
And the king was obviously like overjoyed.
I bet after all that effort.
So he declares Lord Raghunath the ruling deity of the kingdom.
Wow, so he basically shifted the focus of Dussehra.
Yes. From Rama to Raghunath.
So it became a celebration unique to Kullu.
Precisely. And it became this week-long celebration honoring Lord Raghunath.
Okay, so that's what sets Kullu Dussehra apart.
Yeah, it's got its own origin story.
Right, and its own central figure.
And get this, hundreds of local deities.
Wait, hundreds?
Yeah, known as devtas, arrive in palanquins.
In palanquins?
Yeah, to join the procession.
Can you imagine the spectacle?
Oh, it's incredible.
It must be a sight to behold.
I mean, each deity has its own followers and a gur.
A gur?
Yeah, a local priest who, communicates with the deity.
Wow, so they act as mediators.
Yeah, and they play a crucial role in the rituals.
That's fascinating, this deep connection between the people and their deities.
It's a remarkable display of faith, for sure.
And community.
Totally. And then you've got this grand procession with Lord Raghunath.
You mentioned a chariot earlier.
Yeah, the Rath Yatra, or
Yeah.
chariot procession, and it's like the heart of Kullu Dussehra.
So for what happens during the Rath Yatra?
So they place Lord Raghunath's idol on this elaborate chariot.
Okay.
And it symbolizes his divine rule, like bringing light and order to the world.
That's powerful imagery.
It is. And the devotees pull the chariot.
They pull it themselves.
Yeah, to show their devotion.
That's incredible, that level of participation.
And it's also about upholding dharma.
The dharma, or righteous conduct.
Yeah, like right action.
So it's not just a parade, it's a symbolic act.
Exactly. It's about embodying these core beliefs.
About cosmic order, right action.
Yeah, and you mentioned the devotees pulling the chariot.
Is that common in Hindu rituals?
It is, and it's not just about moving the chariot from point A to point B.
It's deeper than that.
Yeah, it's an act of humility, of service.
Participating in something larger than yourself.
Yes. And imagine the energy.
The energy of the crowd.
Yeah, the chanting, the music, the visual spectacle.
That must be a powerful collective experience.
Oh, absolutely. And then on top of that, you've got the cultural showcases.
Right. I read about the folk dances and food stalls.
Yeah. It's a feast for the senses, for sure.
I got it.
Like, you've got the vibrant costumes, the rhythmic drumming,
the music,
the aroma of local delicacies.
Like what?
Like sidhu.
Sidhu, what's that?
It's the steamed bread, really soft and pillowy.
Steamed bread? Sounds interesting.
Oh, it's delicious.
Okay, you're making me hungry.
Imagine biting into a warm sidhu.
All right, I'm there.
Filled with a sweet or savory filling. Like, it's just incredible.
It's a real taste of Himachal Pradesh.
It is, for sure.
So we've got the sights, the sounds, the tastes.
Yeah, it's like total cultural immersion.
On a grand scale.
Absolutely, but who gets to experience this?
Yeah, is it mostly locals, or do people come from other parts of India or even the world?
It's a mix, actually.
Really?
It's deeply rooted in local tradition, but Kullu Dussehra has become internationally known.
Wow, so people come from all over.
Yeah, they come to experience this unique blend of spirituality, culture, and the natural beauty.
It's like a cultural exchange. Bringing the world to Himachal Pradesh.
And showcasing the region's heritage globally.
That's fantastic.
And of course, that has a big impact on the local economy, too.
Of course, yeah, the influx of tourists must be huge.
It brings in revenue, supports local businesses, artisans, vendors.
So it's win-win.
Yeah, Kullu Dussehra becomes a platform for showcasing traditional crafts.
Like what kind of crafts?
Textiles, wood carvings, all sorts of things.
That's wonderful, preserving those traditions and boosting the local economy.
It's a great example of how cultural events can have a ripple effect.
Yeah, benefiting communities on so many levels.
This has been such a great look into Kullu Dussehra.
I agree, we've gone beyond just the surface.
Uncovered the history, the symbolism, the impact.
It's been fascinating.
And our journey through Himachal Pradesh's festivals is just beginning.
Oh, I can't wait to see what else is in store.
From the vibrant energy of Kullu Dussehra, we're now shifting gears.
Okay, where are we headed?
To a region known for its stark beauty and unique challenges.
All right, I'm intrigued.
Get ready to experience Fagli.
Fagli?
Yeah. A festival that marks the end of winter in the high-altitude region of Losar and Spiti.
Losar and Spiti, I've heard it's stunning up there.
Oh, it is, but it's also incredibly harsh.
So how does a festival fit into that kind of environment?
Yeah, that's what we're going to find out.
Lead the way.
Ah.
So Fagli, end of winter in Losar and Spiti.
Yeah, and Losar and Spiti is such a unique region.
Definitely.
You know, like isolated, harsh winters, breathtaking landscapes.
It's a place where life is really shaped by nature.
Oh, absolutely. And the festivals there, they take on a whole other meaning.
Right. They're not just celebrations, they're markers of time.
Of survival, of resilience.
Exactly. And that brings us to Fagli.
Okay, so tell us, how does Fagli bring life back to this, like, frozen land?
Well, imagine this, right?
Okay.
Months of snow, villages cut off.
Like, completely isolated.
Yeah, and then, as the days get longer, the first signs of spring.
That must be such a welcome sight.
It is, and that's when they light the ceremonial oil lamps.
Ooh, I love that imagery.
It's powerful, right?
Yeah, like light over darkness.
The promise of warmth, renewal.
Oh, for hope. Exactly, hope.
And then there's the devil dance.
Ah, yes, the devil dance.
This sounds both intriguing and a little intimidating.
It's definitely a highlight of Fagli.
So what's it all about?
It's not about worshiping evil, but more about confronting those fears.
Okay.
The dancers wear these elaborate masks.
I was reading about the masks, like they sound intense.
Oh yeah, they depict deities, demons, all with these exaggerated features.
Horns, fangs.
The works.
Like giving a face to those unseen forces.
Yeah, those anxieties, especially in a place like Losar and Spiti.
Where nature can be both beautiful and, well, unforgiving.
Absolutely. It's like saying, we see you, but you don't control us.
That's powerful.
It's an act of defiance, reclaiming power.
In the face of fear.
Exactly, but it's not just about warding off evil. It's also about invoking protection, benevolent forces.
Okay.
Some masks represent ancestral spirits, deities.
Protect the community. Yeah. Ensure a good harvest.
That balance, right?
Yeah. Even in hardship, there's hope.
Belief in something greater.
Always.
Now, I was curious about the devil dance.
Yeah.
Does it, like, vary across different villages?
You know, that's what's so cool about Fagli.
Oh,
the core elements are the same, but each village adds its own spin.
So it's not like a one-size-fits-all kind of thing?
No, each village reflects local legends, beliefs.
That's fascinating, this microcosm of diversity.
Yeah, even within a small region, each village has its own story.
And its own way of connecting to the festival.
Exactly.
Okay, so we've talked about the dances, the masks.
What about the role of women?
Ah, yes, I was wondering about that.
Women are the backbone of Fagli.
Not just participants.
No, they're involved in every aspect.
From the food to the rituals.
They're the keepers of knowledge, passing down traditions.
So it's a living embodiment of their role in shaping culture.
Absolutely, and their presence is felt everywhere.
From the kitchens to the dances.
It's a reminder that culture thrives when everyone participates.
And when we value everyone's contributions.
Couldn't agree more.
This has been such an eye-opening look into Fagli.
A festival of resilience, community, tradition.
And now, for something completely different, now we're going to immerse ourselves in a completely different cultural influence. Losar, the Tibetan New Year. Get ready for vibrant colors, spiritual rituals, and a glimpse into the heart of Tibetan culture woven into the fabric of Himachal Pradesh.
It's amazing how Himachal Pradesh blends these diverse cultural influences.
Yeah, it really is.
Losar is a perfect example.
Okay, so before we dive into the festivities, can you give us some context about, the Tibetan presence in Himachal Pradesh?
Absolutely. So Himachal Pradesh actually shares a border with Tibet.
Okay.
And it's been a haven for Tibetan refugees since the 1950s.
Oh, wow.
Regions like Dharamshala and Spiti.
Okay.
They have become home to significant Tibetan populations.
I see.
And their culture has really beautifully intertwined with the local tradition.
It's like a fusion in a way.
It is, yeah.
It's really interesting to think about, what's it like to celebrate a new year that's rooted in a culture that's both familiar and distinct from the dominant one?
It's a unique experience for sure.
I bet. And I'm picturing those iconic monasteries
Wow.
like Tabo and Kigampa,
Beautiful.
adorned with those colorful prayer flags.
Fluttering in the wind.
Yeah.
It's a sight to behold.
So those prayer flags, they're more than just decorations, right?
Oh, absolutely. They carry prayers and mantras
Okay.
to the heavens as they sway in the breeze.
That's beautiful. And as Losar approaches,
Yes.
you'll find monks preparing butter lamps.
Yeah, carefully, meticulously,
Thanks, chanting.
filling the air with this sense of anticipation.
There's something so calming about that image, you know?
Yeah,
The butter lamps, the chanting.
it's very peaceful.
So how do people typically prepare for Losar?
Good question.
Mhm.
It involves both physical and spiritual cleansing.
Okay.
It's like hitting the reset button.
For the new year.
Exactly. People clean their homes, monasteries
To remove any negativity.
from the past year. Yeah.
And then they adorn the altars.
With offerings.
Like what kind of offerings?
Barley, wheat, butter, traditional sweets,
Symbolizing?
abundance, prosperity for the year ahead.
I see. So it's like creating a fresh start,
In every sense.
both physically and mentally.
Exactly.
Okay. And then, of course, the celebrations.
The heart of Losar.
Tell us about the cham dances.
Ah, yes, the cham dances. They are mesmerizing.
They sound incredible.
Performed by monks wearing elaborate masks and costumes.
Okay.
They represent this clash of cosmic forces.
Like good versus evil.
Exactly. Wisdom battling ignorance.
Wow. And it's not just a performance, right?
No, it's a powerful expression of the path to enlightenment.
So it's like watching a sacred drama unfold.
Yeah, a visual manifestation of these spiritual concepts.
And the monks who perform these dances,
Yeah.
I imagine they undergo rigorous training.
Years of it, yeah.
It's not just about the steps, it's about the meaning behind every movement.
Exactly. Every gesture,
Yeah.
every mudra,
Mudra.
hand gesture carries specific meaning.
So they're bringing those Buddhist teachings to life.
It's a living art form.
And those masks, tell me more about those.
Oh, they're incredible. You have the fearsome masks.
Okay.
They're not meant to frighten, but to remind us of those negative forces
Within ourselves.
and in the world, yes.
And then you have the benevolent masks.
Radiating compassion, wisdom, enlightenment.
Qualities we all strive for.
Exactly. It's like this visual representation of that inner struggle.
That push and pull between light and darkness.
And the cham dances, they offer a way to transform that struggle.
Into something beautiful.
And meaningful, yeah.
Okay, so we've talked about the dances, the spiritual aspects.
What about the food?
Oh yeah, the food. What kind of culinary delights can you find at a Losar feast?
Get ready for a treat. You'll find thupa,
Thupa, okay.
a hearty noodle soup, perfect for those chilly evenings.
Sounds delicious.
Of course, momos.
Momos, everyone loves momos.
Steamed dumplings, filled with meat or vegetables.
Okay, you're making me hungry. And no Losar celebration is complete without
Chang.
Chang.
traditional barley beer.
Wow, so Losar is a feast for all the senses.
It truly is.
But beyond the dances, the food, the decorations, there's this deeper spiritual aspect, right?
Absolutely. Losar is a time for introspection.
Renewal.
Yeah, people visit monasteries, receive blessing.
And they offer prayers for the year ahead.
It's about taking stock, setting intentions.
Deepening that connection with their faith.
Exactly.
And I imagine spiritual leaders like the Dalai Lama play a big role.
They do. Their presence and teachings add a profound dimension.
Especially during this time of renewal.
Their messages of peace, compassion, hope.
They resonate deeply.
With the Tibetan community, yes.
We've covered so much in this deep dive.
We have. It's been quite a journey.
From Kullu Dussehra to Fagli to Losar.
3 incredible festivals.
And they all share these common threads too.
They do. It's fascinating.
You have that deep connection to nature.
Aligning with seasons, agricultural cycles.
Incorporating natural elements.
Into rituals, yeah.
It's a reminder of that balance between humans and the environment.
The balance we often forget.
And then there's the importance of faith and community.
Especially in a region like Lahal and Spiti,
where communities are often isolated.
These festivals bring people together.
A sense of belonging, shared history.
It's beautiful, really.
It makes you think, even as the world changes.
Modernizes, yeah.
These festivals offer this sense of continuity.
A link to the past.
A way to navigate modern life.
While staying rooted in tradition.
Which brings us to a really important question.
Okay.
How are these traditions adapting to the challenges of the 21st century?
That's a big one.
With globalization, technology, shifting demographics.
How do we keep these festivals alive?
And authentic.
It's a delicate balance.
I can imagine, one challenge is probably the rise of consumerism.
Oh, absolutely.
And the commercialization of culture.
As tourism grows, there's this temptation to package festivals for outsiders.
Yeah, to create a spectacle.
And sometimes that dilutes the original meaning.
It's like the pressure to entertain might overshadow the deeper cultural significance.
Exactly, and then there's the challenge of engaging younger generations.
Who are growing up with different influences.
And may not connect with traditional practices in the same way.
So we need to bridge that gap.
Make these festivals relevant to their lives.
It's about ensuring that these traditions don't become museum pieces.
But living expressions of culture
that evolve and adapt
while staying true to their roots.
And thankfully, there's this growing awareness of cultural preservation.
There is. It's encouraging.
So what are some strategies being used to preserve these traditions?
Well, one approach is embracing technology.
Not as a threat,
but as a tool.
Okay.
Some communities are using digital platforms to document and share their traditions.
Especially with younger people.
Yeah, to spark curiosity, pride, a sense of ownership.
It's like using the tools of the modern world to bridge the gap.
Exactly. And another strategy is involving young people directly.
In the planning.
In the execution, give them a voice, a role.
So they can carry the torch.
And ensure these traditions stay vibrant.
It's about creating a sense of continuity.
Passing the baton.
And what about education?
Education is crucial. We're seeing schools, community centers.
Teaching kids about the history.
The stories, the symbolism.
It's about understanding the why behind the what.
Exactly, fostering that deeper appreciation.
And it's not just top-down efforts.
Yeah, there's a grassroots movement too.
Individuals passionate about their heritage.
Organizing workshops, creating platforms, documenting practices.
It's inspiring to see that dedication.
It gives me hope.
Me too, that these threads of cultural identity will continue to weave their way into the future.
Culture isn't static, it's always evolving.
Right.
The key is to ensure those changes come from within.
From the communities.
So their heritage remains a source of pride.
This has been such an incredible journey.
It has. We've explored so much.
The history, the symbolism, the challenges.
The enduring spirit of these festivals.
I feel like I've gained a whole new appreciation for the power of tradition.
We do.
And the deep connections that bind us.
To our past, to each other.
It's been a pleasure sharing these insights with you.
Likewise, and to our listeners,
yeah.
I encourage you to explore the world of cultural festivals.
Not just in Himachal Pradesh, but everywhere.
These celebrations offer a glimpse into the human spirit.
The need to connect, celebrate, remember where we come from.
So keep exploring.
Keep learning.
And keep those cultural flames burning bright.
This is The Deep Dive signing off.